right, so I is Selekta Razja from Denver, Colorado, and I represent Dim Dara Sound System and the Tatanka Dub Band from Denver, Colorado.
And how did you get started as a DJ?
To be honest with you, I was really intrigued with the scene as far as reggae music it goes. And I saw there was at the time, there was kind of a lack in like people doing the work and letting people know these shows were happening. So I basically started street teaming. And then from that point on, I started street teaming with a couple of DJs, local DJs out of Colorado, DJ Uplifter and Nika T. Nika T's a world-renowned hash maker. And, you know, so it was just the combination of that world was so intriguing to me, and that's my start. And big up to both of those brethren for putting me on. I wouldn't be still continuing to do what I do without them and their encouragement to like, yo, you should just start DJing with us. Because I was at every event already anyway and promoting them and like this and that. And like finally Uplifter was like, yo, just play some music. I'm going to go over here. And like basically just left me at the wheels of steel, like under control. And I was like, oh, I liked it. Here I am 12 years later, you know?
Hell yeah.
I give thanks for music.
Hell yeah. And can you share any of your influences that led you to specialize in the reggae genre?
Man, I can't really say like I was really influenced by like a certain individual. It was more so just the way of the life, as far as like outside of the music, like as far as I was really intrigued with Rastafari in itself. And I mean, I was, you know, a bad mind, if you will, you know, and kind of out of trouble and running around and doing a lot of things that I shouldn't have been doing. And, you know, whatever have you, everybody makes their mistakes and you learn, you live. So with that being said, I was so drawn to the calling, if you will. And I mean, I had a vision and that was it. From that point on, I've been Rasta since day.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. And what do you enjoy most about being a reggae DJ?
Man, just the unity in the community. It's crazy to me. You know, it doesn't matter how far we travel or how long we don't see each other. The moment in time that we do see each other, I mean, I haven't seen Marlon Asher since last year. The second I pulled up, it's always the same, you know what I mean? It's always the same love. It's always the same respect. And I mean, same way for anybody else that I saw along the line. Juba White, you know, Gidamani, Ashanti, Biggs, all the brethrens, Elijah. I mean, you name it. Every time we cross paths with the Rasta brethren, it's until time, you know what I mean? It's just the highest heights. And when we're all together, it just is a full joy, you know what I mean? For us to be able to see the people enjoy what we enjoy to do as work, you know?
Yeah. And how do you curate your music selection to create a unique and engaging experience for your audience?
So I go back and forth with this one in my own head and my own critiquing, if you will. Like, sometimes I like to prepare for things, and sometimes I just like to vibe off and see where it goes. Like on Friday night, I had some things prepared and had some things set aside that you know, a route I wanted to kind of take the place, but it didn't go that way because it just wasn't that kind of a vibe. And you really kind of have to read the vibe and the energy of the venue or the land or wherever you are. You know what I mean? I'm kind of more about tapping in and reading the environment to be able to curate my vibe.
Okay.
and what the moment in time and the vibe should be.
Right.
And I mean, I'm known as a vibe setter, if you will. You know what I mean? I've opened up for a lot of different bands, a lot of names. I mean, it goes on and on and on, but it's about setting the vibe for each demographic that you're in. And if you can really capture that, that's when you really start to forward, in my own eyes, as far as a DJ. And when you can captivate the moment and the place you're at, it's really special. And when you don't prepare things, it's like, whoa, it's just like I was just in some moment time, you know what I mean? Like on Friday night when I started playing the Josh Shaka tribute out of nowhere, I was like digging through my computer and I kind of wanted to play a little bit of newer reggae music. And I did a little bit earlier on in my sets. I think I played the Green Lion Culture rhythm, brand new, you know, this year. And I got a little dubby with it, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have to do just a real tribute to dub music. And if you not know dub music from way back, I mean, Josh Shaka is the test of time. The man been playing roots music since the 70s, and I mean strong, and with no doubt, and that's what he plays. And so that tribute to me was very special. And once you go inside of that Josh Shaka tribute, you can't get out, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the lane you're in now. And then you do a Josh Shaka tribute, you can't play, you know, no Josh Shaka without the Twinkle Brothers. So, you know, I did have to play enough Twinkle Brothers. So it was definitely a vibe. It definitely rumbled the grounds here. And I definitely felt the spirits wake up during my set. So, and it was super special again to like dub it on stage with Juba White. Like as a DJ, you don't really get an opportunity to dub it with a live drummer.
Yeah.
And that was super special, even in our transitions, because I would tell Juba on the mic, yo, all right, Juba, as we move. And then we'll stall out for a second and listen to the drum beat come in, and then kill it and let him dub it out live. And that was just so special. That's never happened to me. And as a DJ, that might have been my most funnest live set on stage. Just because of that reason.
Yeah, I saw that you guys were vibing out. That was beautiful.
Yeah,
I loved
amazing.
that. So what's your process for, you know, having balance in mixing your tracks with the atmosphere that resonates with the audience? You already said how you read the room and you pick, you know, based on the audience, the demographic, and also the vibe. But is there anything else that keys into that? Like, is there any situations that come around that where you like have to kind of pivot?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that absolutely happens in your set. You know, I mean, if you can understand the people and read people by their movements, and understand people aren't really moving to the vibe at that current time. Yeah, there are some things as a DJ that you might add in maybe some effect or you know, some little type of thing to kind of change it up to maybe see if you get a reaction out of that certain demographic that you're looking at that moment. And those easy critiques, like a bass line cut or, you know, a melody cut out of a normal tune that most people aren't hearing, those things happen inside of those tunes, then it catches their attention.
Right.
And they're like, yo, what's going on? I never heard this tune sound like that before. So you can do little things as a DJ to kind of figure out what's going on in the room to be able to figure out what direction to go.
Okay. And can you share any memorable moments that you've had in your career as a DJ besides the one that you just currently shared with the Juba White, you know? Is there anything else in the past?
Yeah, I think one of the most memorable sound system sessions that I was involved in, them there brought out OBF and Iration Steppers. And OBF's from France, Iration Steppers is from the UK, and that sound system culture over there is a totally different vibe. They hold sessions regularly, weekly, and I mean they have enough people to forward out. Like their sessions aren't weak ever. And I mean, when you know sound system culture and you see people in the dance jumping, yo, there's no other vibe like that. And that's never happened in Denver. And we were able to capture that moment. And it was for me, it was epic because I've strived to get to those moments and enjoy those times with my brethren. And like to see those things come full circle and see us all come together and do those works, it just means the most. And like these next couple of sessions we have coming up are going to be super crucial, even better and bigger. And we're just learning more and more and more.
Right. So, in what ways do you see reggae music serving as a form of cultural expression and unity?
And like I said, it doesn't matter how far or long it is before we see each other again. It's always the same love and respect, you know? And Rastafari holds the highest order. And it doesn't matter where we are or whom we come across. It just has to be full respect. And the second that respect isn't there, that's when you see the other side of the Rasta that most people will say, judge, this, that, the other.
Right.
But that's in every man, you know what I mean? So it's a go.
Right. And can you describe the preparation and the mindset that goes into crafting a seamless DJ set?
Man, as we know, we critique our own work very tough and very hard. I've been tough on myself, and I feel like maybe I've been a little too tough on myself as far as like my mental goes, as far as like, I could have done a little better, or the transition there, technical difficulty this, or this, and over 12 years of DJing, like you run into things, man. Things happen. And to be able to just overcome them with humbleness and grace, I've learned to know that it's easier to deal with things when you move through them with humbleness and grace rather than vexation about this or that's going on, technical difficulty, you can't do this. And it really is, as a DJ, it really is about being as versatile as possible. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'll be honest, I had to fake it to make it on Friday night. I forgot my vinyl Serato records. So I played internally. But sometimes that's how you have to do it as a DJ. You know, I mean, you travel, there's a lot of things to make sure you have this, that, and the other. You might forget that one crucial piece. So, I mean, it's just be able to adapt to the situation. And I learned that from Marlon Asher a year ago. Here at Tico Time, last year I was going to open up for Marlon Asher on main stage, same way again. And I had a technical difficulty with my computer connecting to someone else's equipment. All right, so then that's when Marlon Asher and Marlon Asher stall out and wait for me. And then finally it's like, yo, the show must go on, Raja. We have to do the thing, you know? And so that's how it'll go. And from that point on, moving forward, I said to myself, that will never happen to me again. I will never be standing on a stage somewhere and feel that type of embarrassment that I can't perform because of a technical difficulty I can't overcome in some way. So just having all those tools in your pocket and being able to just adapt to whatever may be the occasion or the technical difficulty or whatever go on, man, it means the most to the vibe. And nobody even knew what I was doing. Nobody had any idea that I was playing internally and that I didn't actually have a record on the turntable. That's how much people really pay attention to what you're doing on stage. So, you know, as an artist and as a performer, there are many things that you can do to make sure that the vibe is the same way that it should be as always.
Okay, that was a beautiful answer, man. I love that. And how has technology and social media influenced your connection with your audience and other artists?
Man, social media is a great tool. I like to utilize it as far as like letting people know like kind of who Razja really is, not necessarily like just me on stage or just me in a passing or like, you know, me as a person deeply, you know, I'm a ganja man, you know, I love marijuana to the fullest. I love working with the plant. I love every aspect of it. I love to spread the message of marijuana. It's just too bad as a Rasta man, but look, very, very looked down upon, as a certain community would say. You know, I can walk by certain people in town, and maybe if I'm a little, you know, if I just said it got red, you know, and I smell it a little loud, you know, then I have a certain look and want to turn and look a certain way at you. And it's like, yo, man, you probably drink a beer every night when you go home. Same thing. Come on, man. It's just a plant. It grow right from the ground. Jah give it to us for the medicine. Overstand that and just know that, you know, if it's not for you, it's not for you, and that's okay. Don't leave a stigma on marijuana because I love it.
Right. And can you tell us the importance of Rastafarianism to you?
Man, Rastafari is life to I and I. And maybe I'm not so militant with the way that I and I live because I was raised in an American community. I never experienced, you know, a Bobo Shanti lifestyle or living in a, you know, a village or, you know, that Rasta community until I was able to really fully accept Rastafari and be accepted into the culture as other brethren and other Rasta men and be hailed up as the same as I do every brethren I come across. And it's just a really respecting. It's life. It's not a religion. It's not, there's no strict guidelines. Each man gonna live how each man live, and Rastafari man can't judge a man for how them live. Only Selassie can judge us, and that's how we look at it. So, you know, and we live up to his teachings is our goal and strive. You know, he's our teacher, you know, and what he teaches us, we really try to gravitate and acknowledge and put out to the community as far as what our presence is as Rastafari. And Rastafari is just not the way you eat, the way you live, or the way you move. It's about full circle balance in everything, in every aspect of your life. It can't be no other way. So Rastafari to me is everything.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And as a DJ, especially being primarily a reggae DJ, you ever incorporate other genres that you personally like a personal style into your mixes ever?
Yeah, man, I like some hip hop beats. You know, hip hop is real, you know, catchy with reggae music. And I mean, hip hop was kind of made out of reggae music, you know, a dancehall type of thing, you know, a chanting on the mic with a rhythm, as we say as a selector, you know. And I mean, it's the same in the hip hop world. They're running beats, as they call it, and they're flowing over tracks. It's the same thing as running a rhythm and chanting on the mic. It's just a different style to me. And like I was talking with Juba, music is music to me. Um, there really is, like, yeah, there's certain genres that I gravitate to more and that I like more, and to each one their own, of course. Everyone floats their own boat. Everyone's on their own ship, and it's just about music. Music count the same way. Music is all the same. So, and across the board, people love music because music is life. And when you understand that we run on frequencies, and as a DJ, when you understand people run on frequencies and you can create a frequency, yeah, man, you hold a serious job and a serious vibration in the mood of the dance and how the night is going to go. So when you understand that as a DJ, you can really tap in to being able to create a nice ambience for everyone, regardless of what genre you're playing.
Right.
So,
Oh yeah,
music is music. Life is music.
that's beautiful. And what are your future goals right now as a DJ? What can your fans expect from you in the future?
Man, just more sound system work. I look forward to getting as many places as I can get to. I love to play in a lot of different demographics. I love traveling, seeing, different lands and the way that they live and their culture, and I like to soak it all up and soak it all in. And it's a full joy when you can travel somewhere and create an ambience and people fully accept and enjoy it. And when you travel playing music, it just is really different, man. Like, playing music locally, people really know you. It's like, all right, yeah, it's the local dude. He's always here, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
But man, when you're traveling, people really, really tap into your music. You really make a connection with people. And I just like to play. I really enjoy to play my friends' music, and that's really what it's about. Is like I was explaining to Juba last night. It's like, for me, it's not necessarily that I like to play my own favorite tracks as a DJ, because I like to play my friends' music. So if my friends are making music, I want to showcase that music to people. So then later on, when these people are asking me what I was playing, I can tell them about my friends' music.
Right.
And then when they tell my friends they heard their music from me, that means the most to me, because then I gravitated some more fans and some more lovers of music to my friends' music.
Yeah.
So it comes full circle. It's all about that full circle and that family. And reggae music is a full family. And it not matter where you're from, what color skin you have, or what color creed you come from. Rastafari love everybody, no matter what. So it's always love, music is love.
Oh yeah. And let's end it with this. What advice or words of wisdom would you give to a aspiring DJ just coming out right now, trying to make it in the scene?
Man, stay with it. You're gonna mess up. You're gonna play bad mixes. You're gonna have bad transitions. You're gonna have bad things happen as a new DJ, and as learning how to do it and learning what works and what doesn't work. Just keep learning, because I learn something new almost really every time I'm on stage in a big setting. Like Friday, You know what I mean? I show up, I forgot something. It was an essential piece of equipment. I would have liked to have them. I felt I would have felt more comfortable. I wouldn't have been so nervous, if you will. It added an extra nervousness to my set. So as an veteran DJ doing it for 12, coming up on 13 years, like, stick with it. Don't give up. Like, as bad as you think it sounded, most people don't even really recognize. And so keep doing what you're doing, keep learning, keep pushing, keep trying to meet as many people in the scene as you're trying to be in or you're getting, and be a part of the community. Don't try to just like jump in it and then like do your own thing. Like, be a part of the community, pull your own weight, and like come into it with humble and grace, and like be a part of the community that you want to be a part of. Don't come in and backbite the community and then take off with whatever. Like, come in, be a part of the community, and keep pushing and stick with it. Like I said, learn as much as you can. And the more versatile you are as a DJ, the more equipment you can play on, the more tools that you have to be able to play as a DJ. Like, nowadays, you have to be able to play on CD DJs. You got to be able to pull up with a thumb drive. You got to be able to, you know, maybe somewhere doesn't have a mixer. You got to be able to, you know, adapt to all these situations. So like, stick with it, learn everything you can, get a mentor DJ, you know, try to learn from somebody that's been in the game for, you know, 10 years or more, and gravitate to whatever community you can and be a part of it, and go, you know.
Oh yeah, well, that's great advice. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for sitting down with me and talking, doing this interview and everything, man. It means a lot to me.
Man, it means a lot to me. I really thank you for reaching out to me and hitting me up, and I'm always thankful to make new connections in the community that we are in, and look forward to more works that we're going to do together, brother.
Oh yeah, man, brother.
Blessings, respect, love, and honor every time. Jah guidance. Until we meet again, brother.
Thank you, man.